Hey guys, it's Camus. At the conclusion of Chess Beauty 14, I left you with this position to contemplate. This is from Horwitz, 1872. It's an old one, but it's an entertaining one. So, as you can see from the position, black has an overwhelming material advantage, but because of the presence of the two bishops, it's impossible for him at the moment to try and even think about promoting any of these pawns, as the white bishop reigns supreme. So how does white win in this position? Okay, well, let's take a look. He starts by tying black up. c3 check, king c5, knight a4 check. These moves are all forced. King to b5, c4 check, king to a6, and now the move bishop to c6 ties black completely up in knots. As you can see, none of his pawns can move. And even though black is in a stalemate position, the presence of the black squared bishop means that he can't get stalemate unless white wants him to. But how does white go about winning this? If you got this far, you might want to consider. Okay, so white's plan is to move his king to c8 and then play bishop to b7 checkmate. The problem is, how do you get the king to c8? Because, well, let's go a little bit further here. Bishop to g1. These are essentially random moves from black marking time. King to c2. Bishop to f2. King to d1. Seems like the king is going in the wrong direction, but you'll see why in a second. Bishop to g1. King to e2. Bishop to f2. And here is the problem, because anytime the king goes on one of the white squares, for instance, king to f3, then h1 queens, and he's in a heap of trouble. So that is not an option. Instead, the king has to make it into the corner to be able to stop the queening pawn himself. So he has to go to f1 here. f1, bishop g1, king to g2, bishop to f2, and now he can go to h3. This is actually the end of the puzzle, because the white square bishop now controls the queening square once again, and the king will just march to c8, deliver checkmate with the bishop on b7. It would look something like this. We'll go through this really fast. Bishop c5, king to g4, bishop g1, king to f5, bishop c5, king to e6, bishop to a3, king to d7, d5, bishop takes d5, h1 queen. This is Houdini's line. She's throwing every possible barrier in the way. Queen, bishop takes h1, g2, bishop takes g2, f3, bishop takes f3, e4, bishop takes e4, c6, bishop takes c6, bishop to f8, and king to c8. Finally, the king makes it. Bishop to b4, bishop to b7, checkmate. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so in our next Chess Beauty, we're going to be looking at this position from, well, I won't say who it's from because I don't want you looking it up and finding out the answer. But anyway, it is white to play and win. Okay, and it's harder than it looks. Good luck. We'll see you on the next one.